Welcome to CWL Fort Worth. It is finally time to see how these teams stack up after our first block of Pro League and a crazy, crazy roster mania. I am your host, Katie Bedford, joined on the desk by Nameless, Pac-Man, and Steady. Now, Pac, I need to talk to you about Optic because, of course, they won Las Vegas and they played through Pro League with their sub, Zuma, but now they've got their star back. They've got Dashy. What are you expecting?
No shade to Zuma, but when you get your superstar back, it makes everyone else just feel so much more comfortable. They lost 4 total maps. 4 maps in Vegas, now they're here. They got Scum back. That, to me, is the most important thing. He had a .97 running a Maddox through the league. Now he's back to a role where he had a 1.2. That's huge. He's been running a sub for 10 years. A couple weeks with the Maddox, a little bit of struggle. He's back. Optic's back. They gotta be the favorite going in this weekend.
Yeah, they're the defending champions, right? And they're in their hometown now. They had a boot camp against some of the top teams in the world. They're here and they're prepared. They're the team to beat. And now they're back. You know, they should be firing on all cylinders after that boot camp. I'm super excited to see these guys get going and see this team back in action.
Now take a look at Scum's stats. These are from Pro League, those first 2 weeks.
They're not bad stats, but they're not Scum stats. Yeah. Like, Scum's one of the best players of all time. Easily, probably the best submachine gun player in the history of Call of Duty. Getting him back running his role.
Like, it's gonna be
what
a
else could you ask
completely
for?
different person, I promise.
Right.
Absolutely true. Now, I need to talk about 100 Thieves, right? We've seen so much improvement from them. They started out a little slow, getting better and better and better, and now they are definitely a force to be reckoned with.
100 Thieves are just, I think they're my favorite team going into this. You know, going into the Pro League, they had a 4-6 hardpoint record, and at the qualifier, and then at the Pro League, they had an 8-2 with the addition of Priesta. That's an unbelievable difference. Going into that, they had at the POQ, they had a .96 team KD, and with the pickup of Priesta, they went to a 1.08.
Yeah.
That's a drastic change for them.
It's just like when you change that one player and you add that, you know, a player like Priesta who is aggressive, who can get those entry kills.
Look at those stats.
And is the role that you've been waiting for, like, it makes everybody else comfortable. And that's why we saw Octane going off. And,
Slasher
you know,
as well.
Slasher as well, everybody, right? And I talked to some of the guys on 100 Thieves, like some of the management guys, Nade Shot, Mud Dog, and they were like, dude, Octane's like the best now. He's the best again. And that's what we're used to seeing, like that main AR dominant player in Octane. And I think Priesta's allowed him to do that.
It's so weird how fast they've improved to this point. Because when we first watched them, they were awful. They were legitimately awful, getting beat by 60 points. Now they're a scary hardpoint team. Probably the best hardpoint team that we saw, other than Original Midnight, throughout the league.
Yeah.
Now, I do want to talk about, we will get back to 100 Thieves in a little bit, but I do want to talk about an amateur who has moved from our Game Fuel Open bracket up onto a pro team. That is going to be, of course, Dylan on Reciprocity.
Dylan, this guy's a beast.
I was so surprised, I said it before, that he wasn't like the first player picked up that didn't qualify after Priesta throughout the PLQ. He was a monster at Vegas and the PLQ.
He ran Crash. He ran Crash and dropped a 1.15 with a SOG. Come on, man.
It's unbelievable.
Come on, man.
So, Study, for people who may be unfamiliar with Dylan, what makes him so good?
He came from Team Sweden. He was the best player on Team Sweden. And Pac-Man said he ran Crash. To run Crash and have a 1.17 is absolutely insane. And especially, you know, going into Reciprocity, they had Dens, who was sitting at a .87. And that's just something, you remember, they were choking a lot of 100-point leads in hardpoint. And with this guy at a 1.17, this team is going to be a completely different story.
And something about this Dylan guy is he was on Team Sweden. He was great. And there were teams that considered picking him up. He was sort of their like backup option, like 100 Thieves. They were thinking about getting a player like Dylan. So this guy he's well respected among the pro community. They watched what he did at Vegas and they know he's the real deal. And I think he's going to help this Reciprocity team a lot because they were getting close to closing out a lot of hard points in the pro league. They were just that 20 points away from picking up that win. And I think he'll help them clutch up and win those hard points, which will propel them forward.
Nameless, we've also seen Chino onto Enigma 6. He is back.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Chino on Enigma 6,
Money
man. Chino, he won back-to-back events last year. He's got an MVP award. Chino's a great player. On that last team he had on G2, like they were a solid team. They weren't able to close it out. They were 1 map away where they lost to Heretics. And, you know, Chino played pretty good. He had a couple bad maps, but, you know, going into this event, he has a lot to prove. He has to fill some big shoes. And Cade in the last week, Cade played good, but Chino overall should be a better.
Back with his duo. Cinder's their coach. This is his longtime duo, and him and Diabolic actually got second place at one of the stage playoffs. They beat us. They beat these guys. Maybe they can get that old chemistry back. I don't know. I'm happy to see Chino back in the league. Everyone loves him. I think he's running a new role again. He started the season as a SOG, went to a main ICR, and now he's running like a flex role for E6. This guy does it all.
Chino with a SOG is
all right. So, Pac, we also do have Attach. He was just on Hot Mic, now with Evil Geniuses after Placenta retired.
I think Attach is a great pickup. Like, he's super talented, world champion, and I've teamed with him in the past. He's a fantastic search and destroy player. Like, if I left him in a 1v1, I knew he was winning it. I'd kick myself. Attach, clutch it up for me, and EG was 0-8 in search and destroy.
so bad at search.
So bad at search and destroy. So picking up a player like him that has slaying power and is a great search and destroy player, that's a great pickup for Evil Geniuses for sure.
Now we have so much going on here over the next couple of days. We are going to send it over to Jess to talk about our amateur tournament.
Thank you, Katie. Yeah, as you can see, I'm standing here in the Game Fuel open bracket area. And this event is really fun because this is the first time that we've actually had a separate amateur bracket separate from the main bracket. So here in the Game Fuel open bracket, we've got over 180 teams. They're all competing for their shot to play in the amateur bracket finals. Now those will be taking place Sunday morning on the main stage. But if you want to check into the open bracket coverage before then, you can always head to twitch.tv/Call of Duty Open. That's it from me, so back on over to Katie at the desk.
Thank you so very much, Jess. Now, of course, we do have a casted Bravo stream and our Charlie and Delta streams as well, so make sure to check all of those out for the action. But we need to talk about the pools. They're gonna be, of course, on all of those screens that I just mentioned, Pac-Man. There is so much going on. I mean, especially look at Pool D.
We just have to talk about Pool D. Pool D is terrifying. It's a terrifying pool. Reciprocity with the addition of Dylan, I expect that to be an improved team, and that's probably the least favorite team out of that pool. That's a scary pool, man. I don't see how Optic doesn't come out, and United Envy, that's huge.
Anything can happen, right? Like if these teams catch fire, especially a team like Envy, like they can catch fire and upset United or Optic game. Like we saw Envy 3-0 United in the Pro League, like in pretty dominating fashion. So to me, depending on how good Reciprocity is, like this is anybody's pool for top 2. Like we might even like see a little bit of a rusty Optic gaming and maybe teams steal some games off them as well. So this is gonna be real exciting.
Now, our first match for the day to kick things off is going to be from Pool B. We're going to bring that up for you right now. That is 100 Thieves versus Evil Geniuses. Again, EG with that addition of Attach study.
Oh, I'm expecting Evil Geniuses to at least play the Search and Destroy a lot closer with Attach. Attach has just been one of the greatest SSD players to ever play Call of Duty, playing against this guy for years. He's always known what it takes. As we saw him last year, he had the unbelievable play that won him Play of the Year. He's just got so much experience, and him on that team is going to bring a totally different feel to it, and I can't wait to see him play.
And that's a good match for Evil Geniuses right off the rip, right? Like you're playing 100 Thieves before they've gotten warmed up, and also like 100 Thieves isn't the best search and destroy team, right? Like you can go in there and you can take that search, you know, if you're not that, which EG was probably the worst search team in both divisions. And if they go in there and they're able to steal that search, they're a solid enough hardpoint team to maybe push 100 Thieves the distance. We'll see how improved they are, but it's going to tell a lot.
They could shake 100 Thieves' confidence if they take that first map,
Absolutely,
right? Because
yeah.
100 Thieves is so good at hardpoint. EG takes that map, you never know what's going to happen.
Well, guys, it is time to get things started. We're going to hand it over to our casters, who I'll have them both know Mac and Ketchup is delicious. Clint and Joe.
No, it's not.
It is not delicious, but thank you so much, Katie. Excellent job breaking stuff down. Now it's time to get into the matches in. Joe, I love this to kick it off because the question mark with 100 Thieves, can they keep up that incredible tempo they had coming off divisional play? And then EG with Attach, what are we going to see?
Yeah, that's sort of the big question, right? I think first and foremost, you have to focus on 100 Thieves, and what you're going to see our map set. You know, you see a couple Arsenals, that's good for 100 Thieves. You know, you have Slasher, you have Octane, those main ARs, those ICRs, that's where they're going to shine. But for 100 Thieves, there's a lot of hype. There's a lot of discussion around the pre-land, some of those results. They played pretty well there, but it's time to slow it down. Take it one match at a time. Get to there Sunday.
And we saw a glimpse there of the overall best of 5. I think you were talking to Crowder, the coach of 100 Thieves. Isn't there a map in this that they haven't even played yet on land?
Yeah, Payload Search and Destroy. It is one that supposedly they're very well practiced in. It's one they're organized in, but they do not have a lot of reps on it.
Okay, well that'll be interesting to see, but first we will focus on the Arsenal hardpoint to kick off this first best of 5. Here we go. The next major for the Call of Duty World League kicks off now. EG, 100 Thieves, right into the mix, Joe.
Yeah, we've heard a lot of talk about Attach and the level that he's playing at right off the start. It is all 100 Thieves with 4 going down on the side of EG. Jujar trying to stay alive, but that's a great start for the Thieves.
I think one of the most impressive stats I had for hardpoint was it's Priest is the #1 SOG. When you talk about, he have like a 1.31 in hardpoint. He has been an animal, man.
Yeah, he absolutely has been. I mean, he's been so good. It's just Can he stay at that level?
That's
and if
true.
he can,
True.
I mean, you have other guys to pick it on up, right? You're looking at guys, look at Abel, guys like Kenny. We haven't seen the best of them just yet.
And what are they? It's something I can't remember if they mentioned on the desk, but are they 12-2 in hardpoint over the last 14 or something in that
12-2.
ballpark?
Yep.
They've been absolutely nuts. And right now they're continuing right where they left out, 35-0 on the board. EG not able to find the opening as Kenny picks up kills in rotation. The only player left at the next hardpoint will be Royalty, and the Red Swarm starting to move forward.
Yeah, Royalty though, just trying to stay alive. You can see the red arrows searching in the back. They know there's one player left. Kenny, he's gonna get caught off guard. Now what else can Royalty find? Only one player, and now EG spawning so far out. Slasher, that's a tough gunfight against Goonjar. That'll start the pinch for Evil Geniuses, but you have Octane up here with the ICR, and here comes EG.
EG with some big injury kills might be exactly what they need, and that seems to be it. They'll get into the hard point, they'll break through that front line of 100 Thieves and apply pressure early. Now 100 Thieves do still have the nice spawn back in Robo, so they can reinforce this quickly, but so far so good for EG, and that's a big moment because you're at risk of going down 80, 90, 100-0 if this hard point slips out of control, so nice job breaking through.
Yeah, and I think you just have to look at that first gunfight that we saw, Slasher versus Goonjar. If that goes differently, if that goes the way of Slasher, that's just an easy setup for 100 Thieves. But as soon as Goonjar is able to win that gunfight, someone else from 100 Thieves has to really just focus on the middle of the map. They can't help the front. That allows EG to push on through. But focusing on this rotation, you can see 3 go down for EG. You still have 1 player in the back. That's Goon, but he's toast as well. EG still spawning in the back, but Slasher picks it on up.
3 hard points in a row where 100 Thieves are going to be able to enjoy the comfortable setup to kick off the hard point. EG last time had to break in quickly. Can they find an opening yet again? But not looking that way right now as Kenny pushes up all the way to front office. Look at the kill feed, all red. It's 100 Thieves lighting it up right now, looking to eclipse the 100-point mark as EG struggling to really get anything going. Now looking to funnel through back steps and really through that mid lobby. They've got 3 players there, and now look how close Octane is to Streaks, trying to pick up a kill, trying to swap guns, but he gets caught. No Streaks in for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, especially on a map like Arsenal, those streaks can be so deadly. But I think the big thing for 100 Thieves that we're seeing right now, yes, you're seeing the slaying ability, but you're seeing their rotations. I mean, that's 3 hills in a row, maybe potentially 4 with 5 seconds left that they can get some position where they're winning that early rotation battle. As a couple of players from EG go down, Royalty and Goonjar, they're here, but they're basically going to be in a 5 versus 2. You can see that player, number 1, that's Exotic, a player we didn't touch on too much, but had a great couple of weeks at the Pro League, was really the shining star for EG, trying to make the play. He's able to find 1 on the pinch. Can he find 2? He does. Trying to stay alive, helps his teammates. A great play out of Exotic.
And Exotic, I think, Joe, for us, I mean, if you talk about the struggles that they had, how poor the team was playing, he was really the only bright spot at all.
Yes,
and then maybe the hard point record too, attached now coming in, but Exotic's really been kind of that lone man.
Yeah, he's been excellent, right? Yeah, I mean, their first couple of weeks, he was 1 point that, yeah, this is good for EG. Exotic playing at a very high level. Talking about Attach, though, having a very slow game number 1 to his debut in this Evil Geniuses lineup at 2-11.
And if you watch Top Mike, you heard Clay say, like, he was talking to a fellow former teammate who was really hyping up Attach. He said he's absolutely nasty at this game. It's unbelievable they weren't able to get in the first place. Well, he needs to get something going now because this slow start not going to help him build confidence with the new squad.
The good thing for them is they had a very solid hill right there, hill number 4 at those cannons where they were able to get back in the game. Can they get a break now as 4 go down for 100 Thieves? And Exotic, he's gonna find the last player with that pistol, and that's a huge break. Right, 100 Thieves, everything was going so well. They were winning those rotation battles, but now things starting to go the way of EG.
The chance for EG to maybe get their biggest chunk of time here. They're set up inside, trying to hold. Royalty doing a nice job inside a kitchen, and it's Exotic trying to patrol the front. But as he drops, now an opportunity for 100 Thieves to get in, and they're gonna do just that. Goon and Attach will spawn up in a try to get inside. But that was a big moment where they get those full 40 seconds. They're right back in this game. But unfortunately for EG, 100 Thieves fight back.
I don't know how Octane's still alive. Octane right now at 18-6 on a 5 spree. He's the reason that they broke this hill. Able to stay alive inside of that kitchen for so long. Found a couple of kills, allows them to break on in. And as you said, I mean, if EG gets that, 20 points, it's a 40-point swing. Instead, it's, 100 Thieves with a 70-point lead. Now EG trying to break on in, and this is not an easy one. Maybe we'll see some specialists invested here as EG trying to break on through. There was the Tempest. I don't know if it went through, so Octane might have got a little bit lucky, does. So he still has the Tempest, but that could have been a huge play if EG was able to shut that down.
Speaking of those specialist weapons, we'll see Priesta locked and loaded with his grab spike. But the lead right back up to 100 points. They come flying in behind the grapple, but Priesta able to pick it up. That's 2 for him. He's sitting at 16 and 8, continuing that hard point dominance that we've seen from him, really regardless of what weapon he has in his hand. And it's starting to get out of reach for EG here. If they're gonna make a run, it's gotta happen soon, Joe.
Yeah, you're starting to see why a lot of teams don't play 100 Thieves on Arsenal. This is typically not a map that gets through for them. They're so comfortable on it. Again, when you have so many talented AR players, this is the map that you want.
Well, what can you do just with overall how good they've been in respawn in general? Like, it's like pick your poison at this point.
They're gonna get one, they're gonna get this,
Yeah,
they're gonna get Hacienda, whatever they want. So it's sort of, yeah, as you said, pick your poison. But again, you're looking at a guy like Itachi who's running that AR, Goonjar as well. Their ARs are just getting shut down. Priesta gonna fly on in, able to find 2, plus the lightning strike, and he's gonna ping it right away. Might just call it in, stop that first push, allow his teammates to get set on up, and he's doing just that.
And his streak is now up to 8. He's going off. Him and Octane both sitting at 20 and 8 right now. He'll push through. The streak will end there as Goonjar tosses an elbow to his chin. But the damage looks to have been done. The lead seems insurmountable right now for EG, but they are set up in with 15 seconds remaining. But the problem with this kind of lead, 100 Thieves can just keep rotating early. And if they just get 10, 15 seconds on each of these rotations, they'll put it away here pretty quickly.
Yeah, you're looking at EG. What specialists do they have maybe to help them break on through? They do have the Tempest. Exotic, he has that War Machine. I imagine a lot of flat jackets out though. 100 Thieves probably ready for it. Slasher's gonna pop his War Machine, so a couple kills do go down. But now they have to push this statue where the War Machine was out. Slasher able to find the kill. Goonjar trying to set up the pinch, but he gets shut down. And well, that's what we talked about, the streaks, but the streak only finds his teammate.
Is this a chance for EG to get it going? With 3 players drop, make it 4 for EG. That'll make Goonjar back up at the back steps and an opening now for 100 Thieves to get set up. He has the Tempest available, but doesn't opt to pop it. You gotta think, whatever you have for EG, it's gotta come in now. Unfortunately for them, it's really just Goonjar with the Tempest. Fellow, he's getting close to a Purifier, but he's sitting at 10 and 21, so it has been a very lackluster game for Fellow, and really, well, just the side of EG. Once again, this looks just like the Pro League. It looks just like the Pro League. Exotic's 25 and 19. Everybody else is struggling. We've seen this so many times before from this team over the past couple of months.
Yeah, it was just really that slow start to kick things off. Maybe you saw Itachi able to find 3 kills in the kill feed. Maybe he can start getting warmed up. But this has been a very comfortable map for 100 Thieves right from the get-go.
They just need 2 more points, looking to lock it down. Goonjar gonna go ahead and toss the Tempest into the mix. The push comes in, he gets back down, finally able to connect on a shot. But is that gonna be enough? They just need a couple more kills here to seal the deal.
They're still fighting.
They're making them fight for it. Now the Purifier comes into play. That goes directly over a player's head, so the Purifier comes up empty. I know it's desperation time, and what you got behind it likely not gonna matter, but somehow EG have continued to extend this game. It's been so scrappy here at Guns. The 100 Thieves just hasn't been able to put it away, but you feel it's just a matter of time now.
Just need 1 more second. Maybe it'll come in on that rotation. Again, maybe this is a good sign for EG going into map number 2 where they're starting to warm up, they're starting to heat up, they're starting to win.
Maybe, yeah, and just something to feel good about, at least at the tail end of this game. But as we focus the next hard point, they're already here. There it is, 100 Thieves. They've been lights out in respawn. And that's exactly what you want to see from a squad that seemed to be at each other's throats just a couple weeks ago. Smiles across the stage.
They're all just laughing because they're like, that game just wouldn't end.
Oh, yeah, right. it was like 50 seconds contested towards the tail end of that, but ultimately they get it done. All right, so I feel like we saw what we expected from 100 Thieves in the sense of we know how good they've been at respawn. We expected them to likely take the hard point, even if that was maybe where EG would see some success. EG, though, unfortunately for them, exactly what we saw throughout the Pro League. So some struggles from them, but to break it down, we will get it right back over the desk. Katie, take it away.
Thank you so very much, Clint. We are going to head right over to Charlie, where we do have Red Reserve and Enigma 6. Red Reserve 1, map 1, 250 to 133.
Smoked them, huh?
Apparently,
kind of like what we just watched. What'd you say?
32 kill difference, outslay.
Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot of kills.
That's a lot.
I actually predicted Red Reserve to get top 6 of this event. I think they're going to be really good. And I think that their pool, the strength of their pool, I think they can get top 2. Like if they beat 100 Thieves, they can get first.
Why are you so confident?
I just, what I saw from Red Reserve is I saw Scraps get so much better towards the tail end of that, and even players like Vance starting to step up and Zero become more consistent. And I know this is a team that can improve over the test of time, and I think that players like Raider are just so intelligent, especially Joe. I think they'll get so much better, and this will be their big showing. They always have that one crazy run in the year, right?
Yeah, they do. It's just if they could keep that consistency up. Like we've seen them look like one of the best teams, and we've also seen them look extremely average. If they can be consistent, I could see them getting top 6.
I mean, like in this group, like if you beat E6 and they play 100 Thieves in their next match at 5 p.m., could be looking pretty good. But right now, E6 is going to be up 3-1 in this Search and Destroy. So one game mode Red Reserve needs to be winning is Search.
I had a conversation with Kismet. You guys remember at Pro League, he had like a 0.8 in S&D. Yeah. And at the qualifier, he had a 1.7. I was like, Kiz, what are you going to do this event in S&D? He said 2.0. And right now, he's currently sitting at 6-1, the 6.0 KD. He's living up to the moment.
He doesn't want to let you down.
Hopefully he doesn't.
The thing about E6 was they were so good at hardpoint, like at the PLQ and in the beginning of the Pro League, and then they kind of slowed down and they became a 50-50 hardpoint team, and they ended the Pro League 6-6 in hardpoint, and that's not going to cut it if you're going to go 2-7 in Search and Destroy, right? Like you got to be dominant at a game mode if you're going to be lackluster in another one. But I think that's what the addition of Chino was for, to get better at hardpoint. But going up against Red Reserve, it's going to be a tough one to take some of those hardpoints.
I want to talk about that 100 Thieves match we just watched. It looked like to me like with the new patch, there was a meta change. We saw 100 Thieves running one SOG the whole time.
Yeah.
Priesta, we've been talking about his SOG gameplay. He was running a Maddox the whole time.
I was wondering if they were trying to match the other team. Like I think EG ran like multiple Maddoxes. They only had one SOG, and I'm curious to know if whether 100 Thieves was trying to match them, or maybe it's a meta that kind of popped up over that free land they had. Yeah. Maybe some other guys doing it. Crimsix likes to get kind of weird with it sometimes. And maybe it's the new meta on Arsenal, but it is kind of an AR map. I don't know if we'll see that on some of the other smaller maps where
I doubt we see that on
watching that
side or frequency.
Watching that EG 100 Thieves match, at least the first map, I felt like we watched the same exact EG team from the Pro League.
That's what Clint was saying, yeah.
Yeah, we heard him say it. It was like Exotic was the only one positive, and everyone else was basically just negative by a lot.
Slow start from attach.
It was a slow start, but they were just getting out-rotated, so it's hard to slay. It's hard to slay when you have to fight from the front and break every single hill. And also, they played a really good hardpoint team, so I don't want to jump to conclusions so quickly. It's their first map. You never know.
Redirecting our attention over towards this match, though, one thing that I was really hard on about E6 in the Pro League and why they were losing Search and Destroy was their split pushes. They would send one guy kind of on a solo mission to try to make plays, and right here we see them sticking together a little bit more, but they did send 2 guys mid, 2 B, and 1 guy over towards the A site. On this map, you can kind of spread a little bit because you can go and assist your teammates really fast, but that's one thing I want to see E6 improve upon, because you can fix that so quick, right? Like after the match, you can go back and be like, hey guys, we need to stick together a little bit more, or maybe throw some shoulders, because there was this chart that came out that showed Genji, who was undefeated in Search and Destroy, and they had like the #1 most heal, like it was like 46% of the time they took damage and then healed up to full health. So that's just them throwing shoulders, right? And that's something I'd like to see E6 do. Maybe more teams try to stick together.
Well, it looks like map 2 of Alpha is ready to rock. If you want to continue to watch this on Charlie, you can do so at twitch.tv/Call of Duty Charlie, but we're going to send it back now to Clint and Joe.
All right, let's get right into it. Payload Search and Destroy up next. EG, they were 0-8 in Search and Destroy throughout the Pro League. It was, 4-4 for 100 Thieves, but I think we've seen improvements from them at least over the past couple weeks.
Well, Kenny just falls off the map right there.
Well,
so.
Yeah, timing of that.
No, but again, this is one that, just in general, really, throughout the season, we haven't seen a lot of payload. There are some teams who do favor it. I think that's just because they want it in their map pool. They want to have force teams to, veto it against them. So for 100 Thieves, again, they haven't played it a lot, but maybe just trying to expand that map pool.
Well, talking on the other side of it with Attach, just thinking what he can bring to this. He said, we've taken some strats and tried to make them our own. Thanks to the Trotto event, I think the World Gaming event that's coming up in April, they actually had to play in qualifiers every weekend. So this new roster actually got about a month of Search and Destroy practice and over the course of 3 or 4 weekends. So they feel pretty good in search. A lot of times you worry about a team in search and you make a team change because you don't usually scrim it, right? You just see them scrim the respawns. You only get practice in like your 2Ks, 1Ks, whatever it might be, but he said they actually got more than you would expect, so it'll be interesting to see if there's some improvements. Because if you come in here and win your first search and destroy, that feels pretty good considering how bad you were at the Pro League.
Yeah, even saw after that first round, you saw Attach smiling, right? He had a rough map #1, so you know, EG just brushing off that first map loss, but Priest able to find the first blood. Octane watching over him with that sniper as well. But I think for 100 Thieves, I mean, we've talked about how dominant they are at search or at respawn. If they can become at least a 50 or 60% S&D team, they have a chance at winning a lot of tournaments.
Yeah, they sat right around 50-50 in the Pro League, and it took them to first. So we know they can get it done with kind of that 50-50 standing. But one of the stats that really blew my mind when I was talking to EG about, or talking to JP about EG, where they really struggled, they drew what? It was first blood percentage and 33% around, which is the lowest of any team. So we know how important first bloods are. If you're not getting any first bloods, we're the lowest of every single team in the Pro League, yeah, it's going to be tough to win.
Yeah, right, especially in all those retake situations. We always talk about it happens every single time where one team stacks with bomb site, the attacking team goes to the other one.
Well, is Attach someone that you could see helping from a first blood standpoint? He's not really a player like Priesta, though, that's RB's just flying in, getting first blood and finding a first blood.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, he's got great gun skill, so it doesn't hurt.
But he's not actually usually that entry guy that's necessarily going to take that first gunfight.
No, I think you look at guys like Royalty or Fellow. Right? Those have to be your couple of guys. Those are your aggressors who, yeah, when it comes to those first bloods, has to be on them.
Well, we're splitting round count and split with regards to those first bloods as well. Octane shown a forehead for a moment, but can't rip it off. He'll get set up top heaven. Enable tries to find an angle. That's going to be a cluster on him, but he's able to get away for a moment. Octane's got to back it up. He gets a shot, but Attach able to get through, and now the back line of 100 Thieves getting picked apart. As Octane hits the snipe, though, that'll push it into a 3 versus 3.
Yeah, but you have a couple of flames. Look at Fellow #4 going all the way around. He was setting this up for the entire round. The problem is, it might just be too long, where 100 Thieves is going to find this kill, and now they know. Now they know to turn around as Priesta finds #2.
How does Priesta get that second kill? It's all going to fall to Fellow as he charges in, wins a gunfight. Octane there for the trade. And 100 Thieves get around on the board.
And again, EG, you have the numbers, you get the bomb down, you are setting up Fellow to make the play.
They found the first 2 kills, didn't they?
They're setting up Fellow, and it just goes too long. What does Priesta do? He goes through the ship, he goes on a very small flame, just gets around, they're able to find
I thought when he was climbing the ladder up to heaven, I thought Gunjar was going to have that kill for sure. I don't know if it was an awkward timing or the stun is really what did it, but you thought he had the position there certainly to get it done. Maybe it's coming off the tail end of that stun. Oh, a couple of big kills from Priesta as he continues to be one of the best players, hell, in the world right now. His stock, I don't think, could be much higher than it currently is. Maybe an MVP of this event, that'll raise it, that's about it. 5 and 2 for him to kick things off. Octane was able to connect in the previous round with the sniper. We'll see if he can find anything here towards the B site. Looks like a slow build up from 100 Thieves, just kind of playing for a pick right now, playing for information. There it is.
Well, there's that first blood. We were talking about it. Attach peaks for a second. We know how good of a sniper Octane can be, but look at that map. You'll see all of 100 Thieves towards that A side. So you do have one player sort of dragged over here due to Octane's position, and he does spot him, but the kills go down, the quick rotation is in. A great play by 100 Thieves to just utilize the middle of the map, catch Exotic off guard.
You know, while we have this tough situation with somebody going off the map, we haven't talked about it too much, but you know, we were on the old patch for the final 2 weeks of Division B, right? With regards, we didn't have the weapon balance come through yet. This is gonna be the first time that everyone's kind of playing with it. How big of an impact do you think that has here for this particular event?
Well, the thing I want to watch is the ICR players, right? Because I think if we looked at Vegas and Pro League, the Maddox was pretty darn good medium to long range, where it was just a tough position for the ICRs, just really combined with the movement and the healing, it makes their life hell, right? So we really expected ICR players, I think, due to online play, to really carry a giant load, and it didn't happen at Vegas. And I'm wondering now, with that Maddox nerf, if the ICR players are a bit more comfortable. Guys like Octane, guys like Crimsix.
You can't really challenge them at range, right?
No.
I mean, you can, but it's not going to go well for you typically. 3-1 advantage, though, in this search and destroy. First blood in for Kenny, but traded almost instantly. So that'll get us to 2-4-4. Enable wins one gunfight, but as he drops, It's quickly a 2 versus 2. Octane 3 rounds in a row has been able to hit a snipe. He's now 250 off streaks. Did they give him a shot for a second? I think he was pre-shooting the edge there.
Well, I think Royalty got behind that forklift and somehow stayed alive for so long, and it was almost like they forgot about him, and he found a timing to get up into that top window. So now you have a 1 versus 2.
This is very winnable for Octane still, though. It's definitely manageable. They still got to get bombed down. They're going to start the plant. What kind of timing does Octane get?
It might be a good one. That player's standing up on the bomb. Now he's going to try to find Exotic, but Exotic goes left, and now this is a tough situation for Octane. And I love this play. Just
hops it. He just hops it.
Right
Is anyone
away.
going to check it? It's halfway there. It's halfway there. No one's going to check it. Exotic's going to come now. Is it going to be
Got it! He got it!
He got it! Octane gets the defuse off. They get there a second late. What a play from Octane. Oh, that was close.
Yeah, and it's just one of those situations where we don't see that very often, right? A 1 versus 2, they have no idea where he is. Nobody checks the bomb.
Well,
they just back
especially
up there
I
playing their life.
think in this game, with Fog of War being in as well, I think players have been even more hesitant to play sneaky plays, to play the ninja. You never know when you're going to get that ping, right, with somebody on the map, maybe on bomb, but he goes for it. And God, Exotic must get the kill, 0.2 seconds after the views comes in. That was unreal. 4-1 now for 100 Thieves.
And again, we talk about how tough it is to win 1 versus 2, so why not just go for it if you're Octane?
Yeah, it's a good point. We haven't seen that many, right? Just a handful of really those big clutches from a solo player against the odds. Bomb planted now, 400 Thieves. The first blood, though, does come in for Evil Geniuses. This will make the retake a lot more manageable. Will Royalty get caught there in mid-tunnel? It looks like he was able to stay up, and he actually finds the kill onto Priestess, so a big play from Royalty mid-map. Now on the flank, we're watching Fellow win a huge gunfight. Now it's all on Enable with 20 seconds remaining. Fellow goes big. EG, stop the bleeding.
So
Get around to the board.
You talk about that first blood coming in, but if you're 100 Thieves, plenty at that bomb site in a 5 versus 5. Enable probably knows he's going to go down. Yes, you have Octane watching over you, the sniper rifle, but with FMJ, with those ICRs, there's nobody mid-tunnel. You're just going to get wall banked. Enable knows. My goal this round is to plant the bomb. After that, it is on you. So that first blood comes through, it's up to the 100 Thieves guys.
The one gunfight, I was curious how it went. We saw Royalty healing up to full kind of mid-tunnel, and you saw on X-Ray, it was Priesta flying at him. Right as we hop off that, somehow, I guess he gets full, he has a SOG, he's able to take it, but he drops there, and you get that mid-tunnel control for Priesta. That could go very differently.
Yeah, and then you have Octane set up with a sniper rifle. Can peek it from different angles.
Priest has slowed down a little bit after starting 5-2, but still leading all players at 6-4. No, sorry, Royalty's actually leading the way. He's 7-3, and he's 200 off of streaks right now. He has a frag to work with. He has that grab slam as well. A lot of tools.
Yeah, if we could actually stick with Royalty, I want to see the way he uses this nade. I imagine you see number 10, that's Priest in a very solid position. So he's actually nade the mid-tunnel. And we've seen this more often. Those frag grenades, players know when you have War Machine, so you don't wear flat jacket, you can avoid clusters through the heel, but frag grenades, they'll catch you off guard.
Yeah, it's so different than past Call of Duty titles, but yeah, you toss a good one, you're almost guaranteed a kill, it seems, especially in Search. Octane sees one slide across, but now we back-to-back first bloods for EG, a statistical category where they were really lackluster in the Pro League.
And there's one that we were just talking about, Enable able to find one with Exotic. Fellow, though, did find that first blood. It was Slasher. He was trying to catch the rotation towards that B side, but now you have 28 seconds left. Full map control for 100 Thieves. And EG have to go. They do not have a lot of time to work with, but Royalty having a great game, but the trade is there from Enable, now a 3 versus 3.
He calls out one behind. Octane gets there with the help. And EG swatted off the map. Good map control from 100 Thieves. They put together a nice round.
You saw the rotation come through just a couple of times. They rotate to the B-bomb site, and well, guess what? Octane's still there with the sniper. They're like, we don't want to risk this. We don't want to run across the top catwalk. They go around, but by the time they go back, it's 25 seconds left. However, it was great work, great teamwork out of 100 Thieves to get those trades in.
Yeah, I don't think they dropped the player. I mean, they just really picked apart EG. Now they just need one more round to take a 2-0 edge, and why that's especially scary with 100 Thieves, against a team like EG. 100 Thieves have been the best control team in the game. You think they go up 2-0, EG, they're in for a world of hurt.
Yeah, what are they, like 15-4 since Vegas?
Yeah, they've been insane.
Or
I know in
including Vegas,
in
yeah.
Respawn in general, but Control is really where things have always been strong for this 100 Thieves side. Attack 5 gonna come out.
And I actually didn't see
400
this
Thieves.
either, but you'll see Enable, number 7, he's actually using 0. So we do have a 0 sighting for the first time.
Yeah,
So
that's true. Just got
that
added.
does come into play.
What? It's like 2 weeks ago that got added.
Yep.
Priest, though, shuts down mid-tunnel, but right as that happens, they get all the kills on the outside, but Priest has now found 3. It's going to be a 2v2. Priest up to 9 and 5. 3 in this round as he's maybe working on a potential ace. He's got a chance to do it. Oh, he doesn't get it off. He thinks about the grab slam, but it's too late. His attach shuts him down, and a chance for EG to stay alive in this game,
It was just one of those timings. He comes off that slide and wants to hit both the bumpers, but that doesn't happen. Kenny, though, now in a 1 versus 1, able to find one on new attach. Heals on up, 10 seconds left. He has to get the plant down. Fellow just runs away. And well, he's probably gonna check it at 5, but Kenny not gonna go for it. So Fellow plays it correctly in that 1 versus 1, takes the gamble, and well, they get the round win. But that's scary. If Priest gets around that corner, and there's not 2, maybe there's only 1, that could come in.
That's 11 kills for him and an ace to close it out. That would have been special, but yeah, you know, he was spamming it. He was spamming L2R2 as hard as he possibly could, but attach goes clutch and hits the melee. And EG still in this. What's that put it in 3-5?
Didn't even see in that best play just how separated EG are. It's 1 gunfight, he can heal, another gunfight, right? A lot of times the trades are so quick, you don't allow that player to heal. EG, they gotta play a little bit more together.
We'll see if 100 Thieves can end it here, if EG can extend this map too. What do you have on EG? You have War Machine, you have the grab slam to work with. Really nothing except maybe a Tempest Roctane here shortly. But certainly specialist advantage, at least in this particular round. And there's the War Machine, gonna come in. Who's got flak? Enable does, he's got it in the corner. It takes 3 or 4 to shut him down, but that will be the first blood. But then he challenges Octane, he's got the ICR on the back, rips him, puts into a 4v4 quickly.
And once again, they go towards this B site, and who is it? It's Fellow on the flank.
Nice
There's
bait,
the help
bait.
I was talking about. There's the rotation out of EG as well. Now a 2 versus 4. Octane and Slasher. Slasher trying to find Goonjar, but he's gonna back away.
And you've got double ICR, I think, right now. 400 Thieves. So a tough situation when you're trying to break in and retake.
It's almost one of those situations where do we go for it? Are they gonna throw their lives away at this? Slasher once again, you can see what I'm talking about with that movement, how tough it could be to find kills with the ICR at times. But now in 1 versus 3, 20 seconds left, trying to find anything, not able to do so.
So the War Machine opens things up, and then EG able to keep it rolling. From 5-2, now to 5-4. What event was it where we saw the 2-5 comebacks? Was that Vegas or the qualifier?
Pro League qualifier, the 1-5s.
Was it the 1-5s or the 2? It was the 1-5s? I remember
There's a lot of comebacks.
Yeah. And a lot of that due to specialist use at times, you see. That's what gets you the opening there.
Well, you can even see the way that 100 Thieves has been playing it. Since I know Royalty's been going off, he has grab slam, right? So they're sort of staying away from that middle tunnel, that middle ship, especially on the defensive sides.
Well, how much does that change your setups if you're kind of scared to go into that mid-tunnel?
Exactly, the rotations. We saw how quickly EG could rotate from A to B. So when you're not playing it, it makes it very easy for the offense. But look at Priest getting very aggressive. There's 3 players from EG here. The first blood goes to Fellow, a nice gunfight win.
Fellow now up to 9 and 5, and he's found a healthy, I think it might be his 3rd first blood in this game. So he's been fantastic from that standpoint, really is overall in the game too. No trade comes through for 100 Thieves.
Again, when we talked about the entry players on EG, it was Fellow and Royalty, and they're having a great game right here. There's the grab slam as well out of Royalty.
2-man advantage. Can they get this to the round 11? 40 seconds now on the clock. Royalty tagged up. Nice finesse there to get away with his life. Hit down to like 30 HP and gets away. They line up for Fellow. 11 on the board. Goonjar gets the final 1, but great positioning from Fellow. And somehow we find ourselves in a round 11. I mean, this is 2 search teams that they have not been strong search teams. I mean, even though, you can knock EG for being the worst search team we've had, the fact they were 0-8 in the Pro League, but 100 Thieves were they were embarrassing at times, whether it was finding first bloods and throwing away those positions, or I mean, they've probably been critiqued the most by the desk out of anyone just for poor play when they get that advantage.
We'll see now, what do we have going to round 11? So Octane has Tempest, that's gonna be it. On the other side, you have Vision Pulse, close to Streaks as well, 125 away. Maybe Goonjar gets the Tempest, but right away. So now 100 Thieves, this is just gonna waste time off the clock if you're Fellow, right? He's just gonna stay alive, and while 100 Thieves can't do anything, you see how all 5 of them, how far back they are. So now after this, EG can re-rotate on over towards this side, but what will 100 Thieves do? Will they rotate?
And
now you're down to 100, yep, now he's got the streak.
So you get the information behind the Vision Pulse, you get even more than out of the Lightning. He's just gonna ping that for now. Caesar still grouped up at back B, but look at that defensive front you now have from EG. The Lightning's gonna come through, they're stacked. Does it connect on anything? Not gonna happen. A cluster backs up Exotic as well. Now they're trying to push across. It looks like top heaven. That number 9, Kenny, has started to work up, but Priesta, your superstar, has been taken out of the action. Kenny gets one, gets away with his life. Slasher comes through as well. From a 5v4 for EG to now a 3 versus 3. Attach lines up a pair. One player left in Kenny.
He's down.
He's got a clutch.
Down. Oh, he gets away, but they line up, it's a 1 versus 1, and he gets
him, Kenny! Kenny with the round 11 heroics bails out 100 Thieves as they now take a 2-0 edge in this best of 5.
Why is that player running? Why not just sit in the corner?
Anything else?
Anything else,
Sit
just
in the
runs
corner,
away.
or like slide and take an angle so you're not a free kill? What was that, Joe?
They had the round, and we're gonna take a replay at it. Again, there was the Tempest that came through for Octane. You see that one play, I believe that's Exotic, just gets up.
And then what does Royalty do? He's
Just
like, oh,
go
here I am.
I mean, if
what
he
is
has
that?
a dog or a Maddox, he has to know that Kenny has an ICR. He has the advantage in the close range gunfights. Just sit in the corner and try to time it correctly.
Royalty had a great game too, but that slip up gonna cost them. And that was what, at one point you had a 5v4 advantage for EG, and then it was a 3v1, right? I think Kenny had to clutch a 1v3 at the end of that to make the play, but wow, they almost let that game 2 slip away, but I think that's a big moment for Kenny too, because he's been critiqued so much this year. I think probably what's hurt him the most has likely been his personal confidence. A moment like that on the main stage at an event, what more could you want if you're just trying to get something rolling?
And again, with how good TK was in Surge last year due to their clutch gene, that's a big thing for them.
A big clutch from Kenny and 100 Thieves gets them out to 2-0. Now we head to their best mode control. It's up next.
The Call of Duty World League is presented by PlayStation 4, the official platform of the CWL. Astro Gaming, the official headset and mix amp of the CWL. Republic of Gamers, the official monitor of the CWL. And Jack in the Box, the official restaurant of the CWL.
Revamp game fuel. Level up the game.
Welcome back to CWL Fort Worth. Now, Joe, we've talked a lot about how lopsided this series could be from a statistical standpoint when you talk about the Pro League. It was bad for the Surge. It's not much better here for the Control, unfortunately, because EG was 1-6 in that mode. And this is maybe the best mode, 400 Thieves. I know you can debate Control, Hardpoint. They've been great in both, but yeah. How do you take this if you're EG?
Yeah, you need your. I mean, the good thing for them in map 2 is you had guys like Fellow and Royalty really stepping on up, but now is the time where Exotic has to continue to play at a high level. Now your new guy, Attach. You need him to have a great game, right? You have to. Where is the superstar power from Evil Geniuses? You look at a guy like Attach.
Well, it's interesting that on the other side for 100 Thieves, we talk about the stats, like how good Priest has been in Hardpoint, but for this particular mode, it's interesting because every single player in their team is positive, but no one's above like a 1.13. Like they're all just
teamwork.
It's super consistent across the board, which makes me think lots of team shooting, lots of chemistry, being in the right spots and playing together as a unit.
And well, right off the start, there is that teamwork as they find all 4 kills. Exotic the last one left, and they're already on this A side, trying to cap it as quickly as possible. Actually, you have a couple of players pushed on up, so I think there's only 1 or 2 on that A site. So it's not capturing too quick. Now you have 3 or 4 on it.
Yeah,
well,
it looks like
going to be zone A.
It looks like they were trying to get some map position, maybe find some extra kills. Once Priest had dropped, I think they all just kind of hop on it, get it done. You have a 6 life advantage. Make that 7, and now you start to focus towards B, out at Statue. And they've got complete control of lobby. They get both kills at outer as well. Slasher does that with the ICR, and he's right into that power position. Look at this crossfire you have with Slasher and Octane. They're just coming into the funnel, and they're getting smoked. Slasher, he's almost got streaks. He started 4-0. He's got a lot done to the objective. How close is he? He's 50 off, Joe.
Yeah, again, just looking at the scoreboard, just look at all the kills that 100 Thieves has, and, well, EG has none. There is the Lightning and Slasher. He's going to line them all up, find 3, and that is a very fast round on Arsenal.
How many total kills did EG have?
5.
Like 4, 5?
They had 25 lives left.
Oh, that round.
So they're really good at control. That's what we were talking about.
I think that supports the narrative we've been selling you. Yeah, that was very quick.
And I think about it as well, when you're watching them capture the point, they know where EG is going to come from to maybe try to retake it, or how they're going to try to set up map position. They found the guy window. They found the guy in their lobby. They find the guy vent, and that just allows them to flood on through.
A very impressive opening round from 100 Thieves. Now it'll be EG's turn on offense, but unfortunately, not only did you get smoked in the round, but you gave up streaks too to multiple players. You've got streaks on Kenny, streaks on Slasher, streaks on Octane. I don't think you could have much of a worse spot if you're EG.
Again, just looking at Kenny actually using a second ICR, did in round number 1. So we just talked about really the weapon compositions throughout the different patches. What are we going to see more of? Again, 100 Thieves, were at the pre-land, playing some of the best teams in the world in Optic, Splice, Heretics. They've had a lot, maybe more practice on land. They know what's been working well. That's why you're seeing these weapon setups.
What was that perfect result we had on land? Was it Scraps that went 16-0?
Yep.
Is that what it was? All right, well, I'm just curious if Slasher. He said 7-0. He's got some work to do, but with how that first round went, well, we'll see just how high he can get. He's now going to get pushed by multiple players. Has a Maddox. The collision comes in. He slides in. They bump each other. And yeah, that whole thing I tried to sell is already over. He drops now. It's a 7-1. But the streaks come through. Still a 6-life advantage here for 100 Thieves. There's only 30 seconds on the clock for EG to find an opening.
And all that was doing was delaying time. That Lightning doesn't connect, but that at least gives 100 Thieves map control. You see Enable and Slasher where they're at, but that's a good job by EG to at least get pushed out through that window side. But there's another Lightning, and now you only have 20 seconds left. Again, it doesn't find the kill, but it delays the push. Then Octane able to find one, which allows 100 Thieves to group up and take another shot at defending A.
So that's 3 kills in for EG. They're more than likely going to get this point. Now can they get the, what a way to flip the script. If you get a round win here and you're able to get some streaks on your side and maybe 100 Thieves end up exhausting 3 or 4, that gives you a chance. Royalty is going to be 175 off. The first point in, they're only trailing by 2 lives, but
the problem is that A site, that's indoors, right? You can hide from it. That B side, it just takes one hellstorm and, well, 4 or 5 of your team can get taken down.
Well, I guess best case is maybe 100 Thieves have to use everything here.
They just have 4 left.
Yeah. Giving up 6 streaks in round 1. Turns out that could be painful. You still have an Able, well, I was just saying he's kind of back offense, just applying pressure to the spawn. But he will end up falling. Now it will be streaks for Attach. And he just smokes Octane to keep this going on their side. How long can he actually keep it up? He will end up getting dropped. Now it's Kenny in and around Statue trying to contest. Fellow comes from outside the map. Unfortunately, there's nowhere to hide as the Hellstorm does come through. That's 3 streaks now used. Attach is gonna call on his lightning, so EG is going for this. They know how important it is to get around on the board and not go down 2-0 in this control.
Well, there's another one. Octane called in the Hellstorm, so there's 4 streaks already. And it's still 8-7, but what do those streaks do? They at least give 100 Thieves map control, right? It backs down EG, puts them right in the blender as all 4 players go down, make it 5. And that should be a round win. With all of those streaks used, you would expect this.
You use 4, you'll still have 2 to hold onto, but a convincing lead in this control. That'll be 100 Thieves up 2-0. They can't find the last kill. It's Fellow dancing in Robo. But you gotta love the vibes you've just seen 100 Thieves. I know it's easy when you're winning to look like that, but it is just wild to think about what the camera shots looked at like when you think back to the qualifier, when you think back to the first week or so of the Pro League qualifier. Or sorry, of the divisional play.
Well, the big thing
how different it looks now.
What happens if they lose a match or they lose
That's
a
true,
couple
that's
of
true.
maps, right? How are they going to be tested?
Yeah.
They're going to be tested. We know it.
You would
At
think.
some point, they are going to be tested this weekend.
When does that come? It might not be till bracket play, but and that's what's tough too. Like, yes, they're looking very good. You love what you're seeing at 100 Thieves, but obviously it's not against the toughest competition right now. If you look at the standings for the Pro League.
Yeah, no, EG wasn't the hottest team.
It's not to like talk trash. They weren't good. They have not been good. They're trying to get better. You just have a very tough matchup to start off your weekend. Exotic at the back steps, able to pick up Priesta early. It's going to be a hit towards B. They just want to go for the jugular. Just get this first point, end it as quickly as possible. Attack still had that 1 streak to work with. He also tallies up a kill in Kitchen and pops that TAC 5. So that opening push at least stopped towards B, because that would have been the ball game. They get in there, they get it early. That's likely.
Yeah, but the
series
thing,
over.
as you said, it forced Attach to use the Hellstorm. So
That's true. That's true.
that is a big win, and now you're Slasher and Octane with those ICRs able to find a couple of kills. You're on this A site. You have a good amount of map pressure as well. Goonjar trying to find a kill out of the vent. Slasher uses the War Machine, but you're waiting for Goonjar. He does find one. Is that going to be enough for EG to get in here?
They try to get in behind the nade, and they're able to do just that. A clean sweep of 100 Thieves. EG get through. The second tick doesn't come in. Now they're trying to apply pressure. This is where they can really do some damage in this round. They've got 3 players kind of pushed up across that kind of kitchen office and that back elbow.
But all this is doing is just wasting time. Like, you have 25 seconds left to at least try to get on the point and contest, but that's what's so tough with Arsenal. You know, it's similar to Seaside, where you can just get so much map control if you are the defense. But that's a good thing for 100 Thieves is they find a couple of kills, they push through window, plus you have Enable starting to work a bit of a flank, maybe gonna flank through that lobby, at least throws the stun, and that connects. He's gonna challenge right away.
Second one here, just trying to line it up. Now Kenny streaks, he's held on to for so long, are gonna come into play. Doesn't actually hit anything, but you still have control. 400 Thieves, they pick up the 8 point, and now they still have a 1 life advantage. You still have the Lightning on Kenny as they'll start to focus out towards B. You gotta think the Lightning might be the opening to try and get some map control to take this final point and, well, really take the series, Joe.
Yeah, and EG knows they have some specialist royalty trying to set up the grab slam. They have to invest in them now if they want to keep this game alive. You see all the red arrows starting to work the top side of the map. Maybe go on a big flank. Priesta, he's going to use his grab slam to find an entry. But that's immediately traded by Attach. A nice kill there. And that's the difference, right? There's that Maddox nerf that we were talking about.
One more bullet.
That's probably a kill a couple of weeks ago.
One more bullet, he gets both. Exotic, though, right back up spawn, gets set up at the back block, and wins that gunfight. Now time really against 100 Thieves. You're only down a couple of lives. This is certainly doable, and you still have the Lightning to work with. But now you just have to make a decision. Do we go for the jugular here? Do we go for the win? Or we just try to get this done in the next round?
Well, Slasher able to find 2. But there's the trades immediately. They just have no pressure towards this B side. And Enable and Kenny are trying to go
Not gonna
through
get
the
there.
spawn.
Not gonna get
Those
there.
players went down, so that's a good round win by EG.
EG get around. Of those 6 streaks that 100 Thieves used, they only have 1 remaining. Attaches used both of his on the other side.
But Kenny was on a streak. I think he was like
Pretty
45
close.
or 75
okay.
away.
We'll check that when we get into the next round. But a nice defensive hold from EG, especially, well, really in the opening of the game. I mean, they almost won that before A was even taken. Like, they applied so much pressure early. Did you think that was, did you not like maybe the hits you saw from 100 Thieves to try and get into B? As far as
Just felt like they were waiting for something to happen, maybe inside lobby, just depending on Parista inside, because you had 3 guys towards the cannon side of the map, just basically waiting.
waiting for him to hit a grab slam.
And the problem is when you get a couple of kills that go down, those players are running into the spawns. Like, they're running right into those players that just spawned up.
So he's going to call this lightning because he's about to earn another one. 2 kills come through, even closer to streaks. He'll get right in on defense, and that's the opening you want. Earns the lightning again. No better feeling than that. Use 1, earn 1. As they're looking to finish off EG in this round.
One of the big stories, can Kenny keep this up? I mean, he has been playing so well this series.
7 in a row right now.
Definitely some of the best Call of Duty we've seen from him all year.
How much scarier is this team if he gets back to form like last
Well, I mean, it's just like, yeah, we talk about what happens if Parista has a slow map or Enable. You know, at times he can go pretty negative in a respawn, but then you rely on guys like Slasher or Kenny. It's like there's always a backup plan for 100 Thieves.
Slasher just patrolling kitchen right now. There's already only 30 seconds remaining.
How do they get out of here?
And EG have got to try and find an opening. They're at least able to eliminate Priesta, who is set up sort of backside of lights. They come in with a grab slam, that gets in. Kenny will drop. They're now into the zone. There's 3 players here. It'll be Priesta in lobby that tries to make a play, but he doesn't really have any help, but they're able to push him out. But as I say that, he actually wins the gunfight, heals up and almost tacks on a second to that.
Oh no, that timing. I was just say, he's just telling him, keep shooting the door so I get my frag in there. But it looks like they might just give this up. Maybe they just play for the kills afterwards, because they know all of EG are inside here. You can see all the red arrows. Sort of setting up a trap as Kenny goes all the way around. Goonjar is able to win one, but the trade should be here from Kenny.
Tac 5 does come in for EG, though. This is a great chance for them to get through with that added HP. Tac 5 on the other side as well. Kenny, nice shots with the ICR from the top window. Slasher will push out and almost get royalty before he gets away into vent. But they survived that first wave. EG can't find an opening in that first push, so they're down 7 lives. Backs against the wall. This is going to be tough.
And then he had the vision pulse. Exotic does use War Machine, trying to find a kill, but that's immediately traded. The problem is you still have Kenny with a streak. Like, even if this first push works for EG, there it is.
True.
There's the Hellstorm. It's just going to delay them even more. And again, he's not finding many kills. They're going inside the vents and inside the buildings, but this just gives them so much map control.
I thought he was going to hold on to it for a desperation mode later in this round, but honestly, they might not even get to that point. You just need one really good break if you're EG now. There's no more streaks remaining, but you're down 7 lives. And under 30 seconds on the clock to work with. They're setting up a push outer and through lobby. Fellow does have that vision pulse, so they'll know where they're set up. There's the 2 entry kills you need. This is a good chance to get in. 4 are gonna go down. 1 player's left. It's Kenny who's tagged up. Kenny doing his best to finesse, but he will get dropped, and that might be the only break you need. They just have to hold here to get us to a 5th round. That's a gunfight you'd like to get back.
Yeah, because you're just forced
That's
back
a
in. Now
gunfight you'd
there's
like to
the
get
opening.
back.
Priest able to find 2, just goes on in, and it just starts with Fellow.
Yeah, you gotta win that gunfight. You have to win that gunfight. That is the only opening they need. Priesta, now like Spider-Man high off the wall, gets the final kill. 100 Thieves get the series victory as they look like a championship contender early here at Fort Worth. Too early? Too early, Joe?
I'm not saying it's too early.
They're number 1 in their division too. It's not just here, but yeah, I know. We haven't seen them tested yet here at Fort Worth.
But they look good. I think they look solid. The teamwork across all game modes was great. A couple of clutch situations. They look solid in the search and destroy. You know, obviously you're up 5-2, you almost choke it away, but Kenny goes big. Who knows what happens if they lose that map too?
Well, you get the win. Now we have so much more action to come in the pro side of the bracket. 16 teams competing in pool play right now. Who will be done the best? We've got more matches after this quick break.